What's good, y'all? Top of the top. Let me give all thanks and honor to the ancestors, to the creators. Let me give a shout out to all the supporters, all those that's been tuning in, all those that's been subscribing, liking the content. Shout out to you guys. You know, everything that I do it for y'all. You know what I'm saying? The voice for the voiceless. You heard? Um, I wanna issue my support to my moderator, Black Girl Magic, as she's going through what she's going through right now. Um, it's crazy how a lot of these things is transpiring, you know, right now in 2025. And a part of me know why these things are happening. You know, when you don't, when you denounce the hub that hovers the entire world, you become, you know, you become public enemy number one. And for my Black Girl Magic, you know, she a rider. And I'm doing this just to let her know that, like, no matter what goes through in life and what's going on right now, these are all tests. These are the tests. These are the obstacle courses that all of us gotta overcome to withstand and be prepared for the more ordeals that we gotta carry, the more burdens, the more pressure, the bigger tests. This is just the beginning. So I want everybody to understand that when you are going through what you're going through, your ancestors and the creators are putting you through that to build you up, to make you stronger, to be the voice and be the example for those. You understand? So I say all that to say, please, people, don't get discouraged. Please don't step away from your mission. Don't step away from your path. Don't go back into the fugazi. You understand? Don't go back into the idiocy that goes on in this world. And a lot of us is falling for that, right? The reason why I wanted to do this live was because I've come to the realization that, you know, and you guys know this by now, you know, peace, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? I come to the realization that no matter what you do, no matter what you say, you know, people that's you know, religiously grounded, these individuals will do everything in their power to show you that what they believe in is the ultimate belief and everything else is a dub. Even if what they believe in was forced through bloodshed, nobody wants to have those conversations. This is why I tell you that religion is nothing but a joke. It's not about salvation. It's not about getting to the kingdom. It's not about being a better person. It is all about showing people that it's either I know more knowledge than you. It's either showing people that what I believe in is better than what you believe in. It's all about proving everybody that you're better than them. That's what religion is. Even when you read the Biblos, what is being taught? Is being taught that, oh yeah, we outside, you know, we don't deal with the other nations, or we're the chosen seed, you know, we come from Shem, you know, we are the ones that receive the promise and everybody else is on borrowed time. You know, these are the things that you hearing, and these languages only come through religion. Islam say the same thing. Islam saying if you don't believe in Allah, it's fire and brimstones. You understand? There's so much confusion and corruption when it comes with religion. When it comes through religion, it's just mind-boggling that our people is still stuck and believe the fairy tales and not stand on, you know, factual information. You understand? And the people that's into religion, these people, they are only programmed to follow and read what they want to read. Nobody wants to go into, in-depth studies and readings to figure out what the heck is going on. Nobody wants to do that. Everybody just want to sit back and I'm going to read what I like. I'm going to take this verse out of the Bible, and this verse is out of the Bible is going to be suited for my lifestyle, or this verse out of the Quran is going to be suited for my lifestyle. And anybody that disagree with that, you are the enemy of God. You don't believe in God. Jesus is not in you. You hear everything that you can imagine when it comes to religion, and it's so heartening that black people, and this is no disrespect to my Europeans, I'm speaking mainly for the Negroes, that black people who knows that this ideology was forced upon them. No matter where you go, where you can look through every crusade. There was 7 crusades. It took them 7 crusades to get this world that you are living in right now to be under their programming. It took seven crusades. Crusades means religious invasion. Let me say that again. Crusades means religious invasion. That's just what that is. So it took 7 crusades for these people to finally get everybody to fall in line with their ideology. 7 crusades. And out of those 7 crusades, it was a large amount of bloodshed. And I repeat, a large amount of bloodshed. Some of these bloodsheds you guys don't even want to know about. The atrocities and the levels, the height that these people went to get brothers and sisters to believe in their religion. You understand? And I have to say that because I have this European that's on my Instagram, and he continuously throws this Jesus ideology and says that, oh, you shouldn't be seeking what your ancestors did. They was doing demonic, etc., etc., etc. You know, Jesus is the way, Jesus is Lord, Jesus is King. I'm like, word? Okay, so I'm like, so question, if Jesus is the way and Jesus is King, so then why was Jesus forced upon my people? Why was Jesus forced upon the Taino Indians? Why did Christopher Columbus come with his men and literally butcher anybody that didn't accept Jesus as their Lord? Some of you guys don't even know the atrocities, the heinous things that took place against those that did not accept Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior. Do you guys know that they used to take the children, from the mothers and tell the mothers that if they don't convert or they don't accept this person as their Lord and Savior, they will bash their heads in? Did you know that a lot of our people did not agree to that? And because of that, children's heads was bashed in, all under the name of Jesus. So now you fast forward to 2025 and we saying things like, how can you tell me that this is the way, the truth, the light, when historically it's been proven that you guys infuse this, you force this ideology upon us, you demonize, and you're still demonizing people in 2025. You demonize those that would not accept your ideology. I find it kind of strange. I find it strange that something as powerful as the word of God, and we being his children, it doesn't take rocket science for a child to listen to his father, or for a father to speak to his child. It doesn't take rocket science. You know what I'm saying? Let's go based on universal order, right? When a baby hears a father's voice, he automatically responds. When the baby lion hears the father's roar, they automatically respond. So we being the children, and this is the Almighty God, the man that hovers and sits on top of the world and governs and issues all things, good and evil. How come we're not connected? How come it takes a bunch of weirdos to stand on street corners to preach and tell brothers and sisters that this is the way? The minute God's word was spoken, the minute you heard it, the minute you heard in the beginning, the minute you heard that, it's instantly gravitate to you. Instantly. but it's not, and it's not. And you got the brothers, like I said, you got the individuals, the hecklers that knows this and still use these nonsense to to demonize brothers that don't want to convert and follow their ideology. You understand? And like I told you before, moving forward, I'm not here to disrespect somebody's belief. You're gonna believe what you're gonna believe in. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna follow what you're gonna follow. I'm not Allah. I'm not Yahweh. I'm not Yahoo. I'm none of that. Right? And I don't have the strength, nor do I want that power to convert anybody into something that they don't believe in. Right? That's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to let brothers and sisters know that there's a lot going on within the black and brown community. A lot of it has to deal with religion, right? Religion plays a major part into our demise. But at the same time, I no longer want to tap into that space because religion is a very touchy subject. People get offended. There's people that, devoted their entire life, lost their mothers in religion and put their trust in their God in the religion. And I'm not the one to come over here and demonize that. You feel me? But I'm gonna tell you the facts. That's what we're standing on over here. It's telling you the facts. Okay? And the fact of the matter is that we know that religion was forced upon us. The fact of the matter is, that religion caused some level of division. The fact of the matter is, that religion gives you 50 different versions of a book that everybody's reading. We all reading the same book. We all reading the Quran. We're all reading the Quran. We're all reading the Biblos. We all reading the book of Josephus. We all reading the book of Jasher. We reading all these books. Every book we're reading it, and every time we read it, we get in a different perspective behind these books. And it's like, yo, bro, okay, gotcha. But religion not supposed to do that. The word of God not supposed to do that. The word of God is supposed to instantly touch anybody and everyone that is of his child. But it's not. It's not. So somebody must explain to me what the heck is going on. And if that can't be explained, or if nobody want to give an explanation, then if you can't explain it, then you cannot force it upon people. And this is where I want brothers and sisters to put your stance down. All right, I'm going to ask you a question. You got to give me an answer. You got to give me a solid, common sense, 1 + 1 = 2 answer. Do not give me 1 + 1 = whatever I want it to be. Yeah, it's 1, but you can make it 3 if you believe it. If you got the eyes to see, it could be 3, my brother. It could be 4, my brother. It could be 5, my sister. And it's like, nah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Because all I've seen religion do is just divide the masses. Family members is broken up based on religion. Family members is broken up based on doctrines that was given unto us by Europeans. This is no disrespect. Let's just call it for what it is, bro. Call it for what it is. Let's not run from what it is. The fact of the matter is that this is something that was forced upon us. And it's nothing but a joke at this moment. Everybody, the biggest killers, the drug dealers, the chicken heads, everybody walk around with some religious piece on them. The religious piece, isn't that supposed to let the world know that you are a righteous person? No, these people wear it to let the world know that, yeah, I'm a sinner and Jesus died for me, and this is my proof that he died for me, and I'm gonna keep it around my neck. And while he's on my neck and I'm gonna do all the wickedness and evil, you gonna know that he died for me, and that's why I get to do what the F I want to do. This is what religion do. You got the Quran where brothers would do all the foolishness, and you got Judaism where brothers would do all the foolishness, and they wait for like Passover, and they wait for the day of unleavened bread, the feast of unleavened bread, where people is fasting, right? And now all of a sudden everybody want to purge, the Day of Atonement. Everybody, the Islam got their own version of the Day of Atonement. I forgot what they call it. If you guys know what it is, put it in the chat. I forgot what they call it, but they got their own version. They got their own version, and these people will follow every bit of it. What is it? Ramadan? That's what it's called. They got their own version. They fast, they do this, they inflict their flesh, they do all that. They'll do all that during the day, and at nighttime, they're out there committing murders. If you thinking I'm lying, let's take a trip to Philadelphia. You can see it with our own two eyes. Yeah, I feel the same way about all these religions. Oh, listen, religion, and the word religion is division, right? Religion is, when you hear the word religion in itself, you just know that that's something that was created by man. God never said, hey, Adam, I'm about to give you a religion. Hey, Eve, I'm about to give you a religion. Hey, Muhammad, I'm about to give you a religion. This the term, the writings, the creation comes from man. What is a religion? What is a religion? Religion is spiritual imprisonment. Religion is spiritual imprisonment to the doctrine of those that's in control. He that controls can also control and creates religion, and that's what you guys are seeing. You're seeing religion being created by these people. It was them that created it. It wasn't us, guys. I'm just saying. You feel me? I'm just saying it wasn't us, bro. All of this, all of this ideology, all of this has nothing to do with us, bro. You said Joseph Smith was the real deal. I don't know who Joseph Smith is. Nobody can be a real deal if you're a human being. Like Biggie said, if you bleed just like us, picture me being scared of a man that breathed the same air as me. Nobody know that if God came to talk to a person, that man needs to do more than just preach the word. That man needs to be healing. I'm talking about healing. That man needs to be, you know who God sent onto this earth? I'm gonna give you an example of who God sent on this earth. God sent people like Dr. Sebi. You understand? Individuals that was cleansing, cleaning the body, organically, healthy, that was one with nature, one with the earth. That's who the Creator sent. Anytime the Creator sends somebody and these people get them removed, just know that it was God that sent them. And it wasn't their God of the Biblos, okay? It wasn't the God of the Biblos, okay? Dr. Sebi was not following the gods of the Biblos, was not following the gods of the Quran, was not following the gods of the Hindus and the gods of nothing. Did he respect people's belief? Absolutely. But was he following? Absolutely not. Am I following people? Absolutely not. I would never in my life ever invest my life into religion ever again. They couldn't listen. God would have to come speak to me directly, like he spoke to Abram, for me to come back to the foolishness, especially with all the information that I have received over the years. He would have to come sit down with me, have a talk. Like, yo, Junior, come here, my child. Let me have a conversation with you. I know that you thinking that I don't exist or this. And I'm not saying that the creators don't exist. I'm saying that the creators that was given unto us, the God that was given unto us, and if it's real or not, it is not our God. Okay? Our God will not allow us to be enslaved. Our God will not allow us to still be going through all these trials and tribulations in 2025. Our God will not allow that. And for those that's asking, well, then so where's your God now? The reason why our God is not here now is because we have not broken from their religion. You guys don't understand what goes on. You guys don't know that the reason why the Congo and Sudan is suffering the most, because those are the two areas of the land, of the continent, that committed treason. Yes, they denounced their African spirituality and embracing European ideology. And because of that, they're still suffering till this day, 2025, in real time. It's all bad in the Congo. You know, women is raped. Listen, they're raping women. 48 women gets raped every hour. That's crazy to me. 48 women are raped every hour. That's crazy to me. Children can't eat. That's crazy to me. Children is in the mines catching tumors in their necks and their throats because they drinking that dirty water. It's crazy to me. It's crazy, but I get it though. I get it. You guys don't get it because you guys are not spiritually grounded. You guys are religiously grounded. Let me say that. You guys are not spiritually grounded. You guys are religiously grounded. You guys are living in the spirit. You're not operating with your soul. There's a big difference. See, the spirit is tied to the ideologies that come along with the philosophies of religion. That's what comes with the spirit. The soul is what the spirit was created through the ideology to replace, right? The only time, check this out. If I'm lying, I'm flying. The only time you gain control of your soul, or according to them, the only time you will gain back control of your soul is when you die, right? Your soul got to stand before God, right? Your soul, the inner you got to stand before God. But while you're living, you got to be in the spirit. Can't make this up. I can't make this stuff up, because all of it is tied with religion, guys. I can't see but if you see me squinching, it's because the sun is blazing, hip hopping on me right now, and I can't see. As soon as I get to some shade, I'll see what you're saying. You said thoughts on black fatigue. Black fatigue is real. I'm suffering from black fatigue, bro. Trust me, I'm suffering from black fatigue. For those that's been following me for a long period of time, you guys know I used to come on live consistently, come on YouTube consistently. Now I gotta take breaks. It's because it's a lot. It's a lot, and it's not even you guys' fault. You know what I'm saying? It's the fact that you got to deal with so much ignorant and sensitive people, especially when it's pertaining to their religious belief, not spiritual, but religious. Okay? So I'll be very fatigued behind that. Black fatigue is always having to justify, you know, black empowerment. Always got to point out racism. Always got to point out, for example, right? For example, there's a lot of things going on social media right now, right? Where this young black child, right, it was his birthday, and they sung happy birthday, and the teacher, who was a European, wanted to make her own version of his birthday, and she was like, happy birthday to you, you a monkey, that's you. You know, she was doing all of that, and that's black people fatigue, like having to let people know, like, you see this is racism. You see this is the stuff that we got to deal with, and I'm not with the George Floyd. I'm not anything that's propaganda that you see they pushing on social on mass media. Just know that this is rituals. This is what they do. Remember, society is controlled based on emotions. So if I want to have control, or if I want to implement something, I got to do something, get a reaction, and then present the solution. That's just how this system works. Okay? So I don't fall in line for the George Floyds, or any black man that got killed by the police, or stuff like that. I don't do. But regular things, that real life stuff, like yeah, I'll talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that these mass, you know, shootings and all of these things is rituals, guys. You'll see it on the news. It would say this person was found this at 8:30, at 8:33. You know what I'm saying? You will always find the number 33 in there. When you see the number 33, it's just to let you know that it's to let you know that it's a ritual taking place. It's rituals, bro. George Floyd was a ritual. George Floyd had the bootleg tattoo on his chest, man. You know what I'm saying? The same thing LeBron James got on his chest, he had that too. And all of that fugazi, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't indulge myself into the nonsense. But this is what religion is doing. Yeah, I am driving. That's why I'm not looking. So I'm looking at the road. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? All of these things is tied together, people. You know, religion is really just a mockery right now. Some of you guys don't even know what church is. The origin of church. Church means Circe. Circe, when you look into the dictionary, I think it's Greek. When you look into the dictionary, Circe just means circus. It's a circus act, bro. This is why every time you go to church, you're guaranteed to get a laugh out of it. You're guaranteed. There's not a day you're not gonna go to church and you're not gonna laugh, because you're gonna see something feel something, hear something that is worthy of a laughter, because that's just what it is. Because you are in a house full of clowns, and this is no disrespect to religious believers, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta call it for what it is, because it's coming too much, and these people are using these religions to attack, to make fun, to mock brothers and sisters, to mock people that's going through what they're going through. People would say, well, you see, that's what happened when you don't follow Jesus. So if I don't follow Jesus, I'm gonna suffer. But wasn't Jesus' job, was it to worry about neither, Jew or Greek? Wasn't your job is to just be a good person? Wasn't your job is to do the righteous thing, whether I believe or not, right? It says, works without faith or something like that is dead, or dead without works, whatever. I don't remember what happened to that. Isn't your righteous works is what you're supposed to do to convert somebody into your religion? You notice that nobody does that. Everybody takes that opportunity to really, oh yeah, so he's not in following. Aha, that's why. Aha, this is who. That's foolishness, bro. That's foolishness. I had a brother tell me, well, the stuff that you see going on in the hood, man, is because, the people in the hood ain't coming back to the Lord. They got to come back to Jesus Christ and accept him with their heart, mind, and soul. I said, the heart, mind, and soul. I said, some of these children was born into this. Some of these children was born into this. Some of these children, before they crashed out and went rogue. Let me speak to the people quick fast. Before these children crashed out and went rogue, I promise you, it was a handful of them that was seeking the Lord, and the Lord did not return that call. And this is facts. Some of you guys went through it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't the Lord that got you through that. It was you. You made the initiatives to do what you had to do to get yourself out of these circumstances. You got that control. You understand? And I say that because it needs to be spoken, because these people are using religion as a tool to demonize, discredit, make fun, mock, joke around. Not the things that we do. We don't do that over here. That's not righteous, bro. That's not righteous. That's not godly. That's not godly. You don't make fun of people because the person don't want to follow your belief. That's not for you to do. Isn't that God's place? Oh, you a disbeliever? Oh, I'm gonna make you a believer. Let God do that. You don't gotta do that. And if you doing that, I'm sure you're not supposed to make fun of somebody's culture or make fun of whatever. I know that's not righteous. Trust me. I was living a righteous life according to the Biblos for over 10 years. And no, I'm not saying I shy away and Jews is not being righteous no more. Nah, I'm still a righteous man. I'm still a caring man. I just don't subscribe to the ideologies that came with the enemy, because I see what the enemy's teachings is doing. And you guys are entitled to believe and follow what you want to believe and follow. We're not here to do that. But please respect other people's space, bro. That's all I'm saying. Respect other people's space. The same way you want people to accept Jesus as their Lord and Savior, then accept the brothers and sisters that want you as their Lord and Savior. Respect it. Don't demonize it. Don't criticize it. Don't attack it. Don't come after people. Nah, my stepping stones, my stepping stones came through my ancestors, through my creators, bro. I would never give a glory to something or someone that I have never spoken to, never seen, never felt. My mom's is who I give my glory to. My grandfather, my father, my biological father is what I give glory to. I can't give glory to something or someone who also had their hands into my demise. And you got to make that make sense, pimpin'. You can't expect me to give glory to someone who had their hands in my demise. We're not going to act like slavery did not come under the guidelines of religion. We're not going to act like the people that owned the slave ships was Jewish. We're not going to act like that. Aaron Lopez was a Jew. He had all the ships. Christopher Columbus was a Jew. These people came and put bloodshed for the name of Jesus. You can't tell me this bloodshed is what I gotta then lean on and be thankful for. No, never. Sorry, bro. Sorry, because you know what? Because that disrespected my ancestors who actually lost their life, rejected it, lost their life. Not because of God. God didn't take their life. It wasn't like an earthquake happened, right? And a tsunami happened where, damn, dog. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't one of those. Heck no. Heck no, that wasn't what it was. What happened was it was a bunch of pale-faced Europeans that came into that space and said, I have the records. So you guys may think that I'll be crazy. I have the records. I have the actual documentations. These people have wrote diaries, bro. These people wrote diaries, bro. And, you know, the things that they wrote about and the things that they bragged about, this, you will call that hate crime. This will be a war against humanity. This will be a terrorist attack. This is what it would be. Facts. So now, my brother, I'm sorry, pimpin'. And trust me, I know you mean well. You know what I'm saying? I know you don't mean harm. I know what you believe in and what you're saying. You're not saying it in a harmful way. You're saying it in the way that you was told to say it. And I get it. And I respect it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I'm not gonna knock you. Like I said, I'm not gonna knock your beliefs. I'm not here to knock the average Joe Smokes. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to knock the average Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Some of you guys really are just lost in the source. You believe that this is the way, the truth, the light. No man gets through the kingdom. What kingdom is that? The kingdom of this world. You guys don't understand that. You guys are not, you know what I'm saying? If you don't believe in Jesus, you can't get the kingdom of this world. The kingdom of this world, Jesus holds the keys to the world that we live in right now. Everywhere you look, you're going to find a church. Everywhere you go, every jewelry store you go, you're going to see an image. You either a cross or a face. You're going to see it. Every holiday, you're going to celebrate it. You're going to give some level of respect and honor and thanks to your king, the king that gave you guys this kingdom right now. You have to. It's mandatory. It's mandatory. That's why December 25th, this is why, you know, even the rich of the rich, they go out their way and you know, they give Christmas parties, and they're giving out treats, and they're giving out cash, and they're doing this, and people's getting bonuses. Here you go. The reason why they're doing that, because these are rituals. You have to follow these rituals. These things go all the way back to Babylonia. This thing goes all the way back to Mesopotamia. This ideology, you guys don't know what you're studying. You guys don't know what you're practicing. Look, St. Paul, big ass church right here in front of me, right to my right. See if I could. Big church. Christianity is the best for you. It's not the best for me. It's not the best for black people. Christianity is the best for you. It's not best for us. The ideology don't benefit us. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I expect you guys to say that. You know what I'm saying? I expect you guys to be like, yo, man, you know, somebody woke you up. Yeah, somebody did wake me up, and it wasn't the God that you guys thinking that is ours. It's not my God. That is not my God. And I'm not here to prove to you guys that the God that you believe in is not my God. It's just not. It's not. It's not. He doesn't fit my complexion. He doesn't fit my complexion. He doesn't do anything that's black. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have black features. You guys let that story, oh man, it's gonna be like brass and it was burned in the furnace, bro. You ever seen brass burned in the furnace? You ever seen the color of that brass? It's not black, bro. Some of you guys need to read the Bible accordingly. Some of you guys is reading it with emotions. You got to read it with logical sense. He said, key word, that his skin was like it was burned in a furnace. Burn in a furnace. Burn in a furnace. Not after the burning of the furnace. Burn in a furnace. Put something burning in the furnace. Get a quarter. Get a penny. Get a torch. Hold it. Burn it. Tell me what color is that? Tell me what color is that? It's gonna give you, bro, stop sleeping, man. You're gonna see it's gonna give you a yellowish type color. It's gonna give you a yellowish type color. It's gonna lean towards white. It's not you, bro. You guys are blinded because it says hair wool. It'll be like hair wool, and he blasts us. No, sorry, no. They making their hair look like wool. They got grease and everything to make. And I seen a European with dress the other day. Come on now, y'all gotta stop. You gotta stop. Again, this is what's being taught in religion that teaches what? Division. So when a black person sees that, a person is gonna say, "You see, this is why this God is coming for me." A European sees that and says, "That's not true," right? And all of it is creating is just division, is bickering, finger pointing, blaming, and never achieving what they're supposed to achieve. And that's supposed to be complete salvation. Nobody and none of you guys is gonna be gonna receive some level of salvation. You guys are gonna die today and know that you didn't receive salvation. The life that you guys are living is not salvation worthy. It's not. Come on, man, stop. All of this is just for front, bro. Every single one of us, everybody does this for front. I know when I used to be a part of this Hebrew stuff and I was part of the security team, the people on the internet that oh my God, this is the most holiest, righteous people I've ever seen in life. That's what you see online. When that joint is offline, these people are more niggerish than me and you. If not, just as. I'm telling you guys. Children smoking, you feel me? Wife is into the world, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about Gucci, Louis, $15 to $5,000 dogs, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm witnessing this with my own two eyes. So I know what I'm saying to be factual, bro. I didn't deconstruct and separate myself from the ideology for no reason, bro. This is years and years of sitting back, studying, observing, reading, talking to professors, talking to rabbis, speaking to rabbis directly, asking questions. And they're telling me the things that I already knew, but it's just clarity. It's just the justification is just the beauty of it, because a lot of you guys are gonna say, well, he don't know what he's talking about. He's this, he's that. But if you was to do your homework, if you was to go speak, I'm not talking about letting somebody speak for you. You go speak. You go sit down with the rabbi. You go sit down with a Catholic priest. You sit down and you ask those questions. You ask those questions, and if they see that you're real serious and content, meaning consistent, meaning that you know what you're talking about, you know what's being held and what's being read in the Bible, and they see that, like, oh, hold on, so you biblically grounded. Okay, so we can have this conversation, right? Because remember, the theologian school was designed to keep people asleep, right? If you're woke and I'm woke, and I'm saying things that you already know, or I'm quoting things that you already know, you can't use the sleep doctrine. You got to speak to me like how you would speak amongst your amongst your peers. You have to speak to me the way that you speak to your pastors. You have to speak to me the way you speak to your rabbis. Because when I ask these questions and I say certain things, it's like, wait, hold on, how do you know that? And it's like, that's not even important about how do I know. Let's get to how did we get here? And they will tell you. They will tell you. They will tell you. They will tell you that the Exodus story never exists. They will tell you that. They will tell you that it never occurred. They will tell you that that story was a copy and paste that they took from the Syrian country. True word, my phone just went off. Every time I tell you guys the facts, my phone goes off. It's like one of those message, you understand? Every time. It comes from the Syrian, it's a Syrian story. It's from the Syrian Empire. It has nothing to do with anything Hebraic, anything Ishmaelic, anything Moedic. It has nothing to do with that. All of that is lies. All of it. You don't gotta listen to me. Go do your homework. Everybody's coming out now. Everybody's waking up. I seen a pastor, was it 2 days ago? The pastor came on and said, listen, man. He said, I used to be a devoted Christian. I used to be a pastor, had my own church and everything. He says, now I'm a full-fledged atheist. And when you ask him why, I be like, yo, why are you an atheist? He tells you, because the big blues is filled with lies. Like, damn, it's like that? Nah, I ain't from Chicago. I look like somebody from Chicago? Heck no, bro. I don't even talk like a Chicago person. What? From Brooklyn, pimpin'. Brooklyn, New York. Kings County Hospital, to be exact. You heard? My man said if I'm from Chicago, whoa. Nah, I ain't from Chicago, pimpin'. Do I want to go to Chicago? Absolutely. I definitely want to go to Chicago. That's one of the places that I want to go with my team and literally fix. All that violence that you guys see going on in Chicago, man, these are children crying out. These are children crying out for help. They crying out for help. The system is rigged out there. There's something going on. I don't know if it's more than just the music. It's more than just the music, bro. There's something going on out there. I don't know. I don't know if they're putting something in the water. I don't know if they're putting something in the food. I don't know. There's something going on. I don't know if it's in the weed. There's something going on out there. There's something going on out there. I don't know. The only way for me to know, I will find out exactly what's going on is when I go there. And even people and people right now is like, nah, bro, going to Chicago is a dub right now, bro. You don't even want to go there right now. I'm like, why? It was like, nah, bro, just like their frequency is so off. Like these people's frequency is so off, you can't even explain it, bro. I can't explain, the frequency delay. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those children that you see out there, a lot of them is suffering from autism, man. And remember, people, there's all types of autism. You got spiritually autism. You got spiritually autistic. You got virtual autism. That's when you have too much exposure to electronics, technology, where you can't function, where you can't sleep without. That's called virtual autism, bro. And a lot of us got that. You know what I'm saying? I did a whole podcast talking about that. As a matter of fact, I think that podcast got over 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 views, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Because these are the things that, people are aware of, know about it, but nobody's speaking on it. And I feel like I got to speak on it. And, you said, I would love you to come over to Chicago, have a seat with my Sicilian brothers, breaking bread. It's not a problem. But me going to Chicago, listen, we got work to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, I'm saying, I don't want to just break bread. You know what I'm saying? And if we do break bread, I want the people to eat it. Pause. That was nasty work. Jeez, that sounded disgusting. You know what I'm saying? But it's our people that needs to be fed. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? My stomach, I'm never thirsty. You know what I'm saying? My body is filled with the ancestors and the creators. But the people is crying out. And listen, let me tell you guys this, and this is between me and you guys, right? As a former gang member, I have ties with a lot of gang members that's fully and still involved into these streets. And a lot of you guys don't know that When you join a gang, right? When you join a gang, especially the GDs and the BDs, right? The gangster disciples, right? And the black disciples, right? They have to take an oath. This oath that they have to take is an oath that they have to take to Satan. Let me say that again. This oath that they have to take is an oath that they have to take to Satan. And if you think that I'm lying, if you could find any BDs, ask them. It's an oath that they have to take to Satan. That's why you see the 6-pointed star, and then on the side of it you see the 3-point, you see the three what they call it, the 3 forks. You find them on each side. That's not by coincidence, people. That's not by coincidence. Like I said, I'm just here to give you guys the facts, man. That's not by coincidence, people. Word up. You know what I'm saying? And that's part of the reason why a lot of these people is, being crashing out. Because once you take these oaths, and listen, look, check this out. The universe is for real, okay? The universe is for real. When you take an oath that you was not supposed to take, you suffer for it, okay? When you take an oath that you wasn't supposed to take, you suffer for it, okay? In every religion, it comes with an oath. Some religions is different, right? Right? Christianity, to be initiated, you got to do what? You got to take the oath. You got to take the oath of baptism, right? And depending on the I'm about to say the demographics, depending on the religion you're practicing, right? You might have to find different initiations. For example, Catholic, right? Catholic, you got to get baptized. From baptism, then you got to get communion. From communion, you got to get from communion you got to get your damn, what they call that after communion, guys? For those that know Catholic religion, there's something that comes along after communion. I forgot, right? With the Hebrew, right? Depending on what you're part of, right? Where the Europeans, they do the bar mitzvahs, right? The Europeans, they do the bar mitzvahs, where the black people, they do what do they call that? They do Passover, right? Okay, all of these religions, Islam is the same thing too. All of it is the same thing, all of it, right? You know what I'm saying? And I say these things because a lot of you guys don't understand what's going on. Some of you guys is trying to figure out how did we get here. I'm gonna tell you how we got here. We got here under the guidelines of religion. Don't let nobody tell you anything different. Religion is the cause of all of this that you see, right? Every war that you see on this earth was under the guidelines of religion. World War I, religion. World War II, religion. World War III, religion. Yes, World War III, which we are in right now. It's the war that you guys are expecting is not going to be a physical war. The physical, these World War I's and World War II was to get the people where they needed to be. Was the war, that was the sacrifice that was made unto their gods. The one that you call Yahweh and all that, that was the sacrifice made unto that God for allowing them to be in the position. Then when they got in the position, they wanted more control. So they needed to do another sacrifice. That other sacrifice came with 9/11. And I'm lying. There was another sacrifice. I don't remember. It was another sacrifice before 9/11. But 9/11 was the sacrifice that allowed them to have technology. That was the sacrifice given in order for you guys to get the camera phones, in order for you guys to get the camera security, the backup camera, and all of that. That's what that was. And you guys are gonna be like, what? No. Yes, they've been had this type of technology. You can watch movies like Knight Rider. And the shit. She was looking amazing. Ah, damn. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you guys are, yes, baptism. No, that's not under the Catholic. After communion, there's something that you take after communion. You have to take it. I forgot what it's called. Baptism is what you do when you're born. After you do that, even that is a contract in itself. Show me where in the Bible it tells you that you were supposed to be baptized as a baby. You can't find it. You will never find it. Jesus didn't even get baptized as a baby. You won't find it. You won't. You won't find it. These are rituals. These things go back to Babylon, Babylonian worship. It goes back to Mesopotamia. It goes back to Western Babylonian customs and traditions. That's where it goes back from. That's where it originated from. All religion originated from the Middle East, bro. Iraq, and Iran was Babylon back in the day. It was ancient Babylon. It was in those areas. That's where all this religion came from. That's where they dwelt, bro. You understand? Oh my geez, I don't understand. I don't understand how all of this information is here, and our brothers and sisters want to be oblivious to it, and it's not your fault. And I understand it. Like I said, I get it. Trust me, I really, really get it. I understand exactly where you guys is coming from. I understand exactly where you guys is coming from. But please understand, these religions, all these religions was created to control the masses, bro. It was to control the masses. The word of God never need physical man to make his word approach. Never, ever, ever. And if it has to go down that route, that's because this God is not as powerful as you guys think it is. When you read the Biblos, right? And this is for those that read the Biblos. When you read the Biblos, you will see that the God that this supposed world supposed to fear is the weakest of all gods. Think about this. It's the weakest of all gods. Listen, God, when you take the story of Exodus, right? When you take the story of Exodus, the people witnessed God split this is how you know this story never existed. I'm going to show you right now, right? The people seeing God split the Red Sea, all right? We go according to what the world has been, advertising to the people, to the masses. God splits the Red Sea, right? God unalives the firstborns. God put all these plagues. All these things transpired. All these things transpired. And yet, right after, listen, people, not even 72 hours into these miracles, the people told Aaron, make us a goddamn statue so we can pray to our God. Yo, the people told Aaron, listen, we need you to make us a golden calf so we can give thanks and honor to our God. Not the God that just saved you from the Egyptians, our God. That just from that precept alone lets me know that the people actually have no respect for God. Check this out. The devil has no fear for God. The devil, according to the story, the devil was in the kingdom, in the heavens, seeing all the glory that God did, and still went behind his back and said, nah, I ain't scared of that. Man, we about to take this over. Who's with me? And 2/3 of the angels dipped. That means that even the angels have a low amount of respect for God. Yeah. Think about that, people. Nah, the Christians believe in saints. Christians believe in saints. Oh, listen, the Christians the Christians will run to St. Paul in a minute, my brother. The Christians will run to St. Paul in a minute, my brother. Come on now, we're not gonna be this naive, King. Come on, pimp. Come on now, we are not gonna be this naive. Yo, bro, I'm gonna call you right back. Let me finish this run. All right. Come on, pimpin'. We ain't gonna be this naive. Christian, who's the listen? Who the Christians believe more? The Christians follow Paul than they follow Jesus. Come on, bro. We're not gonna do that, pimpin'. Exactly. Listen, look, people. The story of Armageddon was created to, like I said, all of these things was created to have fear so you will never go against the system, okay? That's the reason why all of this was created. There's no Armageddon that's coming. Ain't no hell that's gonna happen. To ask yourself this question: if the hell story that these people are giving you, why the heck are these people have no fear of the penalties that come with the shit that they doing on this earth? Think about that, people. Come on. We can't be this naive, guys. We can't be this naive, people. Look, I love you guys. I love all my supporters. I love all my followers. I love all you guys that be tuning in. And I want you guys to start tuning in because maybe I just have to go back and show you guys, actual proof, documentations. I can show you guys so you guys can see this, man. All of it. Think about that. Think about that. If hell was the way that they say it is, why would they do the shit that they do? Damn, he got my father's car, man. That was my father's last car when we was younger. Before he passed away, he had that in red. That's all my cars I wanted in red. My next car got to be in red. You feel me? But yeah, man. Come on, man. Come on. Y'all gotta. And again, this is what religion do. Religion takes away common sense. It takes away logical. I'm on the expressway, guys, so you're gonna hear a lot of noise. It takes all that away, bro. It takes that away, and then it puts you in a space of a trance, right? It keeps you in a state of hypnosis. A lot of you guys are hypnotized, man. You hypnotized, like the brother said. The Armageddon story. I've been hearing that my entire life. And it's like, okay, so if the Armageddon is coming, then why are people acting the way that they're acting? Where's the penalty behind the foolery? There's madness going on in this world, and nobody has no care, bro. The people that sits on this world, the people that's running this world, got their hands in pedophilia. They got their hands in they in the Epstein parties, they in the Diddy parties, they in all of that. These are people that's in powerful positions that has absolutely no care, no regards of the God that's in the Biblos. They don't follow it. They don't believe it. None of these people follow none of that. The only time that they tell you, oh, thank you, God, is when they're winning a reward or when the camera is rolling on them. When these shits is turned off, these people are regular lunatics, insane, deranged, savage, barbaric people that can care less for anybody. That's all about destroying and continue destroying. It's all about destruction. They have no care for nothing. They have no care for humanity. They have no care for life. They have no care for longevity. They don't care for the plants. They don't care for nothing. And if they do care for it, it's not in America. America is a testing ground for them. They put all the new tests, they bring it here to America. They want to try something new, they bring it here to America. They want to bring a new drug to the world and have everybody on it. They bring it here to America first. Let the Americans advertise it. Let the Americans promote it, and let them do everything behind it. And then who wins at the end? It's never us. It's always them. It's the same manuscript, guys. I can't make this stuff up, man. I cannot make this shit up. I can't. I cannot. Me making this stuff up, bro, I can't, man. No, man. These people got their hands in our demise. You got to wake up. Smell the Kool-Aid. It's all in front of you. These things is right in front of you. That's not, see, you're basing it on prayer, my brother. We're not going based on prayer. You're saying that Christians don't believe in saints. I'm telling you, just because they don't say saints, they follow Paul. Paul is considered what? A saint, right? Saint Paul, Saint Jude. These are the names that's being told within the Bible. Saint Paul, Saint Jude, and you guys follow that. You're not gonna tell me you telling me that you don't bring forth the the book of Corinthians? Huh? You're gonna tell me that you don't read the book of Corinthians? You're not gonna tell me that you're not gonna read the book of Galatians? You're gonna tell me that you don't follow first, second, the book of James? Not the book of James. What's the other book? Ah, damn, I can't remember off the top of my head. The book of Jude and all of these are things. These are people that you guys call saints. Saint Jude, Saint Paul, right? Saint Matthews. The Catholics might put them on a high pedestal, but all you guys follow these people. It's all the same, bro. It's under one. It's like when brothers try to condemn Christians or biblical readers and point out the contradictions and all the foolishness, but it's like, yo, bro, but you're still reading that same book that you're saying got all these contradictions. Doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. That's what that is, pimping. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, this is not no disrespect for people's religious beliefs, because people is going to believe what they're going to believe. I'm not here to knock what you believe in, because, like, again, you're going to believe what you believe in, and I have to respect that. You know what I'm saying? One thing I'm learning about, being in this space, in this content world, right? Dealing with being a business, because the podcast is a business, right? You come to the understanding that you have to respect people's beliefs, bro. In order to make money, in order to generate, in order to establish and have a well-published, furbished, established business, you have to respect people's beliefs, bro. And when I first started, I didn't care less. I was just guns blazing. Oh, if you didn't believe in the Bible, you was up the devil. Oh, you was in this, you was up the devil. Oh, if you was that, you was up the devil. You understand? This is what I used to do when I first came on. But it was because that this is the doctrine that I was taught. I was told this behavior. This is not who I am. This is not of the creators. You understand? This is man-made teaching. This is man-made ideology. These are the philosophies and the teachings of men. You understand? You understand what I'm saying, my brother? That's what I want you to understand. But I'm not here to argue who's different, who's better, who's not. I'm just going to tell you all of it fall under that umbrella. What's that umbrella? The umbrella of the Abrahamic religion. Okay? Falls under umbrella. The story of Abraham was also plagiarized and taken from the Hindus. It was Ahim. Okay? Go look it up. They changed the E. They changed the E and replaced it with an I. Go look it up. Like I said, I have all the everything that I'm telling you guys. I have all the documentations to prove it, to give you clear justification behind it. So you know that I'm not here to pop nobody's bubbles. I'm here to just tell you the facts. But for me, what pisses me off is the what people do for religion, right? How they use religion to demonize people. That I don't respect. That I don't support. That I don't stand with. You feel me? Everything else, it is what it is. You understand? Damn, I think I'm supposed to get off. I'm gonna see where it takes me on the other side. I want to get off at Queen Center. You understand? Religion is all about division. It's all about hatred toward anybody that don't follow nor believe. A lot of you guys will see me hear what I'm saying and be like, nah, you see, he's his father, never disrespected them per se, directly, indirectly, never did none of that. But because of the ideology, the hypnosis, bro, you think anybody's an enemy. And I'm not your enemy, bro. I'm not the one that put you in these circumstances. I'm not the one that put you in slavery. You asked me if I was Jewish? Nah, I'm not Jewish. I thought I was a Jew. I thought I was a Hebrew once upon a time. Not gonna lie to you. I thought I was a Hebrew. I thought keeping the commandments was ordained, was given unto us by God. I used to keep the commandments. I used to teach it. I used to stand on street corners. If I tell you the stories you would have been like, nah, there's no way. Yeah. I did this effortlessly, people. I thought I was a Jew. Why would you ask that? Am I teaching? Do I sound like a Jew or something? Is it the beard? I don't know. Let me know. Is it the beard? Man, I thought I was a Jew. I say, hey, what's up, my guy? What's up, brother Lewis? You got my last name, pimpin'. You got my last name. What's up, pimpin'? Probably listen. We probably came out the same plantation, man. Come on now, let's talk about it, guys. You understand? But in all reality, like I said, all religion is doing is just to corrupt and divide and pose hatred towards each other, bro. Every war that you guys are seeing over the years falls under the guidelines of religion, guys. It was religion that caused World War I. It was religion that happened with Leopold in the Congo. It was religion. It's always been religion. It will always be religion. The Iran and Jewish war is based on what? Religion. People would say, look, man, this is Bible prophecy, man. I told you this was gonna happen. Religion, bro. All of it is religion, bro. And it's not prophecy, people. I repeat, there's nothing prophetic happening in the world. Everything is propaganda. Because if anything was prophetic, then the Bible will be able to see today's times and give it as accurate as it can be. There's nowhere in the Bible you're gonna find AI technology. You're not gonna find nowhere. You're nowhere in the Bible you're gonna see AI technology walking amongst people. You're not gonna find none of that. You're not gonna find none of that. You know why? You know why? You guys know why, man. Come on now. Talk to me nice, people. Talk to me nice, people. You guys know why. It's not prophecy, it's propaganda. These people have an agenda, bro. And the only way that this agenda can come to completion without no pushback, it has to go through religion. Religion was given unto you to sit still. Don't worry about what you see going on. Pay attention to this is what I need you guys to focus on. So you guys are waiting for a demon or some demons to present itself when there's demons all around, bro. When the people that's running the shows doing demonic shit every day. Come on, guys. Think about this. There was a rapture that just took place, quote unquote, on the 23rd. And yet, everybody's still here. Jim Jones said that same thing. And everybody went to Grenada. Jim, you know, like who's the other people? Who's the other individuals who says the same thing? I remember the Hebrew Israelites told black people that in the year 2000 that this would be the end, that Jesus' second coming. Everybody went to church. I remember it like it was yesterday, because that was probably the first and the last time I have ever seen the church being so filled up to the point where people couldn't even stand up. I've never seen the church that full in my life. Never. Never. And yet, here we are in 2025, and there's absolutely none of it. You said in order to understand life and people, I can't see. Absolutely. Big facts, Joey. Big facts, my guy. Big facts. You talking facts right now, pimpin'. You talking facts right now. You're talking facts right now, my guy. Big facts. In order for brothers and sisters to know humanity, you got to deconstruct from it all. Yeah, I said it. You got to deconstruct from it all. If you don't deconstruct, if you don't understand the tools, if you don't understand the firepower, if you don't understand the artillery that's being used, you will forever be gunned down. You will forever be gunned down. And remember what they tell you. They say religion is a tool. They say religion is a weapon. They say the Bible is a weapon. It's a sword. Come on, man. These people have been telling you these things for forever, man. For forever, people. They've been telling you exactly what's going on and what they believe in and what they're doing. So you got to make these things make sense, my guy. Shout out to Joey for talking that talk. This is all I'm saying. What do I think about the Charles Kirk situation? This is what I think. And I did a whole live about. I put it on Rumble. My bad. I thought I put it on YouTube. I put it up on Rumble. First and foremost, that situation has absolutely nothing to do with us. That is white on white crime. Let Europeans deal with that. That's their space. That's their grievance. That's their, you know what I'm saying? That's for them. Let me tell you what you do, what's going on with you black folks intervening into that space, right? Inviting yourself into that space. Let me tell you what's going on. Let me tell you what's going on because you're intervening into that space. Yeah, I'm not about to be sitting here all day. I'm going to tell you exactly what's going on. See, what you're doing is because you invading these people's space, you invited yourself into their party. What you're doing is now you're giving them an excuse for them to be all up in yours. And when you come out your way and say this is black people problems, you know what they're gonna say? Well, when we had white people problems, you felt entitled to say something. It is not your situation. The only time it would have been your situation if the person that did the you know what was a person of color. Then we have a conversation. There's nothing for you to be talking about right now. There's absolutely nothing you black folks should be talking about right now. Mind your business. I know. I know. That's why I tell people, mind your business, bro. Mind your business. He was a racist, so what? So if he's a racist and he's no longer here, that means there should be nothing for you to be talking about. Right? If he's a racist and he's no longer here, then there should be nothing for you to talk about. Mission complete, right? Right? Mind your business. Don't give your input. Let that be. Let the Europeans have their own. You know what I'm saying? When George Floyd was unalive and all of this, we were the first ones. You can't say nothing. Who are you? Just like them. That's how they feel. Mind your business. Leave them alone. You know what I'm saying? Mind your business. We don't glorify, you know what I'm saying? I don't justify anybody being unalive. You know what I'm saying? Whether now the question that you gotta ask is, do I believe the joint is real? Now, that's another conversation, pimpin'. Check my Rumble out. I put it up on Rumble. Fuck. Check my Rumble out, people. I put it out on Rumble. If you really want the answers, I put it out on Rumble, guys. Yeah. I couldn't put it up on YouTube because YouTube are silencing anybody that goes against their agenda, right? Talk about, you know, talk about their situation, they're gonna clip you. All right. And like I said, me making this podcast a business. This is official business now. You know what I'm saying? This is not something that I do. This is not something that I do for sport. You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing it for fun. Like, this is actually a business now. You know what I'm saying? And we're working on I'm working on finding a studio. You know what I'm saying? An area where, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna start having guest invites. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna do it real big. I see YouTube is gonna be the way for us to make money. Okay, when the AI technologies come, I'm telling you this right now, and all these jobs is lost. You better hope that you have something like a social media where you can deliver content, make people laugh, smile, because a lot of people is going to be miserable. I'm telling you this from now. You heard it from the horse's mouth. A lot of people is going to be miserable. A lot of people is going to be miserable, guys. You understand? A lot of people is going to be miserable. And with that misery, they're going to need some level of laughter. So build yourself a podcast, do content, express yourself. I don't care what it is. If you're funny, be funny. Come outside, be funny. You know what I'm saying? Because we're going to need that. When these things hit the fan, we're going to need laughter. We're going to need jokes. We're going to need some level of happiness, because it's going to get real bad. It's going to get real bad. For some of you guys may not know, but they said that it was a government shutdown. Yeah, it's gonna get real bad. It's gonna get real bad. Okay? Jobs is gonna be lost. Healthcare is gonna be lost. It's another thing too. We gotta start taking care of our health. Okay? Because it's only gonna be for those that has the money to get services. Okay? America is going back to the ways of old, bro. Come on, man. It's going back into the ways of old, people. You guys may not see that, but it's going back to the ways of old. What do you mean by the ways of old? The ways of old was when, you know, a particular race of people was dominant over a particular other race of people. Okay? They unleash, and I don't want to say least. They took their hands off the grip. Okay? They took their hands off the grip for the civil rights and all of that. They gave you guys opportunities to be this and be that, right? They gave you that, right? Now it's like, all right, because we took it and we didn't do nothing with it. Let me say that again. We took it and we didn't do nothing with it, and because of that, you said, what do I think about the Haitian beliefs? I'm an Haitian, bro. I think Haitian beliefs is what we need to start believing in. You feel me? I'm an Haitian. I think Haitian beliefs is what we need to start believing in. And the reason why I say that is because it was through the Haitian belief we got independence. You guys don't understand the power of what Haiti did. Haiti at the time took down the strongest, if not the most powerfulest army on the face of this earth. And not only did it take them down, they end up taking down the armies in Louisiana, the U.S. Army in Chicago. They took the armies down. They took the Spaniard armies down in the Dominican Republic. They took the armies down in Colombia. I forgot the other country that they helped take down. They sent Haitians out into what's that place called in Europe? Great Britain. You understand? Yeah. I think we need to go back to that. I think the reason why it was so successful is because we was connecting back to our power source. We was calling on our gods. Okay, we was giving the rituals and following and opening the shrines, and we was paying respect and making sacrifices unto our God, unto our creator. We was calling on Ogun, Oshay, you know what I'm saying? And we was hiding that under the names of Paul and Mary. That's why you see a lot of Haitian people, name their women Mary, right? A lot of mothers, my mother's name is Mary. You know what I'm saying? But Marie is for what? Maria is Marie, and like Maria is Santa Maria and all that. That's why, right? Just like a lot of Haitian people, they name their children Jean-Jacques. That's in honor and respect to Jean-Jacques Dessalines. You understand? You feel me? So we know where the roots lie. The question that you gotta ask is, how did we fall? Yeah. See, we don't call that religion. Like I said, religion was something that was created by the oppressors. The practices of hoodoo/voodoo, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The question that you gotta ask is, how did we fall? You wanna know how did we fall? You wanna know how did the Haitians fall? When the Haitians got what they got, they didn't finish the mission. What I mean by finishing the mission is they didn't finish removing these particular people from their positions that they're still sitting in right now. They didn't do that. That's one thing that they did wrong. The next thing that they did wrong is they started intermingling and breaking bread with the enemy, which led to them following Christianity, following Catholicism, right? Worshiping the cross. These are, once you, like I said, once you commit treason to your ancestors and the creators, you will forever be demonized until you beg for forgiveness, until you make those proper sacrifices. Yes, going into the water, you have to summons, and every single one of us got to beg for forgiveness. This is why religion is in your way. This is why they put Jesus in your way. This is why they put Christianity, Islam, all these religions in your way, to stop you from ever going and saying, forgive me, ancestors. Forgive me. Forgive me. Please. Like DMX said, Lord, give me a sign. This is why. It's all about, listen, man. Once you do your homework, you're going to know exactly what's going on. Like I tell you, this religion, it has nothing to do with salvation. It's all about control, right? Why do these people demonize voodoo? Nobody asks those questions. Why are they demonizing voodoo? Why do they say voodoo is such an evil thing? You know why they say that? Because they can't control it. You see, voodoo, that spiritual power is only for the El Kebulans. Meaning, if you don't have that pure deity in you, that pure DNA, you can never tap into that. They thinking that they could by mixed breeding and all that. It would never work. You have to be a full-fledged, pure blood Haitian, pure blood African, pure blood El Kebulan kidnap in order for you to receive those powers. You can't. You can have partial powers, but full power, nah, it's not gonna happen. It's not. And they know that. Don't think churches is all in the ghetto for no reason. Don't mosques is all in the ghetto for no reason. All of this is by design. Okay? All of this is by design. All of it is by design, people. Don't think for 1 second, and I repeat, 1 second. Don't think that these people put these religious things in front of you because they care about you. They want to make sure that you receive some level of salvation. That's an absolute lie. Need some change?
Yeah, please. Thank you, brother.
You know what I'm saying? Don't think for 1 second that these people put these religions in front of you because they love you and they want to make sure that you become a good person and when you die you go to heaven. That is a lie. And if you believe, you know, you need to seek some level of help because that is the biggest lie ever told. You understand? These people put these religions in front of you the same way that they put these corner stores in front of you, the same way that they put these liquor stores in front of you. It's not to better you, it's to keep you in a state of dependency, right? Because if I go to the corner store, just like they put all these supermarkets in front of you, you depend on it. You need to go to the supermarket to eat to survive. You need to go to the corner store so you can buy something to drink to survive. Just like you need, you know what I'm saying? Just like some people need alcohol to get away. Just like some people need drugs to get away. All of this is by design. I'm still learning, my brother. I'm still learning. And the term black magic comes from Euro-Christian ideology. That I'm still learning. I'm still learning about Ogun, still learning about O'Shea, still learning. and dolls and all that. That's just special, like I said, special gifts that we have. You know what I'm saying? These are the powers that your DNA carries. It's powers, bro. You hear about these mystical powers all through the Bible. But when you see an actual human being able to do it, you be like, oh my God, this is black evil, it's black magic, it's evil, it's cursed, it's dolls. Nah, bro. This is your DNA. This is what your ancestors used to do with their eyes closed. Listen, people. You guys don't understand that these people was in. Let me tell you something. See, I'm about to log off in like 3 minutes, but let me just give you guys some clarity, right? So the fall of black people in Africa is not how these people is telling you, right? How we felt is these people came into our space, right? You hear me? These people came into our space. The first line of invasion was not with swords and knives and guns and stuff like that. The first line of invasion was the ideology, right? The first line of invasion is them coming with a story, say, hey, right? And then gradually converting brothers and sisters, because they was doing things that we never thought about doing, right? They was doing things like giving off their daughters. You understand? They was doing the stuff that we could never imagine, allowing their daughters, their biological daughters, to give fellatios to the king. You feel me? These are the things that we was not accustomed to. Like, wait, what? And we like that. And it was like, yo, you can get all of this as much as you want. This is what Jesus do, man. You see what God do? You see? And we started, and I don't want to say it was through Islam first, because Christianity was the first religion that came into Africa. Don't let nobody tell you nothing. Islam was the first people that, enslaved black people against their will. Islam did that first. But Christianity started. Christianity came first. And like I said, they came with a book. Just like, for example, remember I told you earlier that the two countries that's suffering the most is the Congo and South Sudan. Why are those two countries suffering the most? Because those are the two countries that committed treason, meaning they converted into the ideology without no pushback. They openly said, we want to follow this. They openly said that this is the new religion of the land and everybody must follow. That's what happened in the Congo. This is what King Alfonso father started. King Alfonso father started, and when he realized that when he realized that all of this was BS, they took him out, right? And all the rains went to the sun. Then the sun and the people was complaining about the ideology. So what he did was he then took the foundation of Christianity and merged it with African spirituality. And this is what you got right now. This is the nonsense that we're dealing with right now in 2024, 2025. And because of that, because of what he did, you see the Congo still suffering. Nowhere in Africa outside of the Congo and Sudan suffers more than anybody else. More bloodshed is shed there. Look at Leopold, over 15 million children unalive, amputated. Some people was also decapitated. Like, this is the thing that was going on in the Congo. Why? Nobody ain't asking why? Come on, man. I can't make this stuff up. Sudan converted. Sudan at that time, before it was Sudan, it was Ethiopia. It was a part of Ethiopia. They converted the entire country into Christianity, right? Now, how did Christianity get there? Okay, there was a Syrian man, I forgot his name. I don't have it off the top of my head. His ship wrecked. You can look these stuff up if I'm lying. His ship wrecked and they found him, right? he ends up going to the king at the time, the king of Ethiopia. His name began with an E. I forgot, Exodum or something like that. That was the king. He was able to convert the king into Christianity. The king then made it a decree that the entire region convert into Christianity. Okay, now for those that's running around saying that, oh yeah, man, you see the Ethiopian Bible is the first Bible. No, it's not. That is a lie. The Ethiopian Bible was written by a European. Okay, the person that wrote the Ethiopian Bible was a Byzantine king. He was the king of Banzia. Okay, he denounced his position to follow his cousin to become a Christian monk. Okay, wonderful. That's what I'm talking about. It was like it was meant for me to come here. You understand? So that's what that was. You said learned it about discipline, training your body and your mind, and having a drink and only one shot and one cigarette with your God. I don't know about all that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But I'm still, like I said, I got homework to do for myself. I'm not going to act like I know everything. I got a lot of homework to do. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of homework to do. It's a lot, but we going to get there. But yo, I'm going to be back. If I'm not on tonight, if I'm not on later on today, I'm going to be on tomorrow. And I'm gonna talk to you guys about. I'm gonna play the video. I have the video, but I want to play it for you. It's the fall about the rise and fall of the Benin Kingdom. Benin is the area where voodoo and all that originate from, and I'm gonna show you how, when, and what took place in those times. So, just stay tuned for that. We outside, as you can see, the ROD hat on. Don't worry, this is all sweat from, keeping my hat on all day. But yeah, man, it's a lot to learn. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, my guy. But yeah, we definitely gonna build though, bro. All right, so stay tuned for tomorrow. If you're not following, please follow, subscribe, share this. Follow me on all social media platforms. We can talk on Instagram. I am not hard to find. I am not hard to reach. Especially if I'm in the confines of my house, it's easy for me to sit down and see what you guys are writing and talk to you and answer your questions. All right. So with that being said, it's your brother, man. I love y'all. Hold it down. Enjoy your Friday. Sip some wine, unwind. You know what I'm saying? Do what you do best. You heard? And I'm going to holler at y'all. One.